Hello, this is my first video on the channel, and pretty much I will be talking about my feelings and what's going on in my life. Um, Attempt to kind of like show people, you know, it's okay to feel this way. So that's what I would do now. And my first topic is on my first ever girlfriend. I met her when I got into year 7, so right at the start of my new chapter in life, you could say, I met this girl. Now, damn wood. Um, you could say it was stupid because we were quite young still at the time. So of course, a bit awkward because you know, it's a new kind of perspective on life, isn't it? You like you know, it's a big change from being young and in primary school or ever is in other countries to actually having some sort of care for someone of the opposite gender. I know for a lot of people that were in primary school, they didn't care about things like relationships. Some of course did, but most didn't. I did not. Um, but yeah. So I met this girl when I got into year 7, and I'll call her Teal, because teal was her favorite color back then. I met her at the bus stop. I lived a good 45 minutes away from school, so I would get the bus, and she got the same stop that I did. Um, so from there we started talking. We were in the same classes through year 7 and 8, so we got the time to connect. And of course, we were pretty awkward. I will admit that, but it was still nice to kind of have that. But we would we would sit next to each other on the bus, all, but all this before we were actually dating. By the way, um, yeah, we next to each other on the bus. We would talk constantly, share headphones. It was all kind of there for me to act on what I wanted. It was almost too perfect. Eventually, we shared our phone number, and from there we started talking like outside of school and more like a couple. Um, that was quite nice for me because I'd always kind of liked her always, and now kind of had that opportunity to go to a outside of school where we could actually be ourselves. But it seems like from a first glance of what I've said on how we acted when we weren't even dating, you could assume we had a really good rela- relationship. Not quite. It was not as good as it seems. Um, we didn't argue. We didn't do any of that. But when I was younger, I was scared. I was a different person. I was an absolute coward, and for that, I know I could never really repay myself. Never really get forgiveness, because she was a good girl. She was nice. I kind of messed up for us both. She was nice. I still kind of care for her a lot, like quite a bit, but um, I kind of messed it up. I wouldn't. I haven't already noticed. I've got a stutter. That was based off of trauma I had when I was like 6, but yeah. Um, and I never really liked my friends. I saw it more as like a task because I'd have to go out and talk to them and do all that when I could just not, you know, and just be quiet. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Um, but yeah. So I didn't really like my friends. I'd kind of talk to them when I had to. Other than that, I was not talking to them in the slightest. I'd have every opportunity to not talk to them. I would take it happily. So when I, got a girlfriend, I've had to talk to her. A basic, respect. I was kind of scared. Um, so I wouldn't really talk to her that much unless I kind of had to. And she was also quite awkward. We'd both never had a partner before. Never. So we didn't really understand how it worked. One spare, please. Oh, one spare. Um, I would avoid her too. It was wrong of me to do that, but that's what I did. I wouldn't just avoid my friends. I'd avoid Teal. It was the worst thing I could have done because she broke up with me in December of 2024. We dated for 9 months. We shared one kiss, which was extremely awkward, and I didn't think I'd ever do it again. I didn't. And now I really regret that because I think I miss her. It took me an entire year to ask her out. That sounds quite stupid. Because, basically for all the signs that I told you about what we do before we dated, you think it was clear we liked each other. But I was stupid. I was quite blind. I didn't see her until she actually agreed to date me. I told my best friend at the time that I liked Teal. The first thing he did, he went and told Teal's friends what I'd said about Teal. So of course they told Teal, and then Teal knew that I liked her. And at this point, I was what would she think? What would she say? What would others say? I didn't know. But I was terrified. I didn't want to do any of it. And of course, my mate told all of my other friends. So now, everyone who I didn't want to know knew. At the end of the day, I walked away with Teal, and I told her the truth from me, not from what she even told. I told her it. I told her myself, and she said she liked me back. So we started dating. Shortly after that, maybe a week or two, the same friend who had told Teal's friends that I liked her spread a rumor about me. This rumor was, well, it had the chance to destroy me and Teal. Because of what, I wouldn't say it, but what it was, it could have destroyed us that very day. In fact, when I learnt what he told her, I was buying my other mate a cookie. Because I didn't know what was going to happen. He didn't tell me anything. So, when I learned, I was very angry. I went to find her at her table, but she wasn't there. I walked around for a little bit, and I found her friends, who just turned around and looked me in the eye with disgust in their face, and walked away. I then found her, eventually, and before I could explain the truth, she looked me dead in the eyes and walked away. That day shattered me. I'd spent a full year wanting her, and so little into our relationship, that happened. I thought it was the end. I thought that was it. I thought that was how we were gonna end. Not quite. That same day after school, I sent her a big paragraph explaining it, and she responded with a paragraph. She didn't believe it. She didn't know why she walked away. To this day, I don't know if that was true, but that's what happened. We broke up in December of 2024, as I said prior, and it broke me. I felt so guilty. I felt destroyed. And it was a few months into my third year at that school. And the same year, we changed classes, and we were not in the same classes. But I met new friends in that class, and they made it magical for me. It was hard. It was really, really hard, I'll admit that. And I think, in a way, I still kind of miss her. I did really care. I didn't show it as much as I should have, I admit. I did care. And I thought that would be it. I thought I'd messed it up. That was the last time we would ever talk. But then, recently, in my 4th year of that school, we got put back in one of the same classes. Just so happens to end up that we were sat next. We got put next to each other by my teacher, and that day I sent her a message for the first time since December of the year before. And I said something along the lines of, I know it's gonna be awkward, but we're here now, we can't change that. Let's put it aside and let's carry on. And that really hurt. Because, honestly, that was the last thing I wanted. The very last thing. But I did it. I can't change it now, but I wish I could. I've changed since then, and I wish I could have changed in time for her. But that was just not gonna happen.